Alright, hello. The major is coming up literally tomorrow, so I'm doing my predictions now of the London major. Alright, we can go straight into it. Also, by the way, sorry, I didn't upload predictions for a while, and other videos as well, so, but I'm back. That's all that matters. And our first match is BDS versus Mobila. Mobila, the representatives of SSA, although they do not actually have any SSA players on their roster, at least locally. These are all players playing remotely from Spain, I believe, actually, in Europe. And, you know, I think they will be better than Limitless were in the previous major, but ultimately still going to be a tall task for them to compete with teams like BDS. So gonna give a 3-0 sweep for BDS in that one. G2 Gladiators, similar situation. Gladiators, they have Tho on their roster now instead of Realize, together with Virtuoso and Maxio. But again, G2, they were so good in the split, other than the first event, of course. So yeah, I am giving them the 3-0 sweep as well. Vitality Chiefs. Chiefs getting the number 2 spot from OCE. Some questions of whether they were the second best team. But you know, they were either second or third, and there was like little to nothing between them. So you know, even if they are third, you know, there's so little in between them and KCP that it really doesn't really matter too much. So there wasn't really a deciding clear match to put them apart from KCP or the other way around. So you know, they're gonna be a good team, but they are, you know, second in OCE, so not too frightening to go up against for a team like Vitality, the world champions, the reigning world champions. Gentlemates versus Twisted Minds. Now this should be a really good match, and this one will be tough for me to predict. Twisted Minds, that's Ahmad, SMW, and who's that third? It's not Venom. I know it's not Venom. Mawson, that's right, from Rule 1 last season. Honestly, I'm going to give this one to Gentlemates, but I would not be surprised if this one goes to Game 5, because Twisted Minds, they are a really good team. Furia and OG. Now this one's tough. Furia, I'm not a fan of how they played in the most recent event, but they were pretty good in the 2 events before that. Furia, OG. Honestly, Furia should be probably favorites. But I can kind of see them winning this one. I'm gonna give OG Game 5 victory. Oxygen versus Power. Oxygen, they've got quite a lot of weight on their shoulders because they have to make the grand finals in order to qualify for the World Championship. That being said, you can kind of think that, oh, it's so unlikely that they won't really feel the pressure, but I think they probably will. Regardless, they are playing against Power here. I don't expect them to struggle too much. You know, I would give them a 3-1, but I'm gonna give them a 3. I think Oxygen should be able to carry Power quite handily. Falcons Space Station, another good match. Falcons, you know, after last split looked really good, so I can only, you know, guess that they'll continue to do so in this splits major as well. Space Station looked decent, but also, you know, sort of not performing quite as well in the last event. I'm gonna give a 3-1 victory for Falcons. Gen G Secrets looking pretty good this split as opposed to last split where they didn't really look that great at all. Gen G, they had a really bad end of split, but I feel like they're just gonna clean things up. I don't know. I just got a feeling that they'll clean things up for the major here. So I'll give them a 3-1 victory over Secret. Round 2, BDS OG. BDS, I think, are just a better team. I'll give them a 3-1. G2 Gentlemates. Tough one, honestly. Rematch of the major final, of course. Last time rounds. Tough one to call. Based on the past, you probably have to go with Gentlemates. But it's not an easy one. They had a close series as well. I'm gonna give the G2. I'll give them a game of victory over Gentlemates. Vitality Gen G. Honestly, again, a tough one. Vitality definitely should be seen as the favorite here, no doubt. No doubt about it. But do I predict Gen G to step up here? It's a good question. It's a good question. I'm gonna say no. I think Vitality win in 5. Oxygen, Falcons. Honestly, really exciting matchup. But who's gonna win this one? Joyo, Archie, Oski. That's a really good roster. Are they a LAN roster? They could be. Joyo has always been on and off on LANs, in my opinion, I would say. I know a lot of people call him a LAN player, but I don't necessarily agree with that. Not that I think he's bad on LAN, I just think he's a little bit, you know, here or there sometimes. But I think overall, he's definitely more of a LAN player than he's not a LAN player. Falcons. Will they perform as well as they did last split? I think potentially maybe not. We give Oxygen the Game 5 victory. Going for a lot of Game 5 so far, maybe I need to lower that a little bit. Furia Mobula. Not a lot I need to say. 3 for Furia. Twisted Minds, Gladiators. Should be actually a good match here because, you know, you look at Gladiators, they do have Virtuoso and Tho, and I'm mainly looking at Tho there as well. Great player. That being said, Twisted Minds are indefinitely the favorites and should be taking that one, so I give them 3-1. Secret Chiefs should be a close match, but we all know South America is better, so I'm going to give that to Secret. I'll give Chiefs a game, and they could even get it to Game 5, I feel like, but I don't know. I don't think they're better than Secret. Space Station Power. I think Space Station are definitely the better team. Give them a 3-1 victory. BDS, Oxygen. BDS have had a very good split so far. Will that continue on in the major? It's a good question. I'm gonna say it does. Game 5 victory to go 3-0 in Swiss. But who will join them? I'm gonna say Vitality. Game 5 victory there as well. Alright, Falcons, Secrets. I'm gonna give this one to Falcons. I'll give them a 3-0. Gen G Space Station. Space Station. Space Station more recently probably look a little bit better than Gen G, but I don't know. I don't see them playing quite as well as that here at the major. I'm gonna give Gen G 3-1. Gentlemaids Furia. I don't know. I think Furia aren't gonna have that great of an event here, so I'm gonna give it to Gentlemaids. OG Twisted Minds, definitely a 50-50 matchup there. Honestly, I'm gonna give this one to Twisted Minds Game 5, but that should be a very close, interesting match. Power Mobula, I'll give this one to Power, but I'll say it goes to Game 4. Chiefs Gladiators, now that should be a good match. Teams that in my mind are pretty much 1-for-1. Which one's the better team? I'll give it the Chiefs, but Game 5, I think that should be a really close match. But yeah, I'll give it to the Chiefs. G2 Twisted Minds. I think G2 should be able to edge that one out. Game 5, Oxygen Gentlemates. Again, should be a good match. Gentlemates have proven to have had a bit of a land buff in the past. But I don't think they'll come out on top here. I'll give it to Oxygen. Falcons Gen G. I think I'm gonna back Falcons here. 3-1 victory over Gen G. Furia Chiefs. Gotta give this one to Furia. 3-1. OG Power. I'm gonna say 3-0 for OG. Space Station Secret should be a good match, but I'm gonna back get back Space Station here in game 5. Round 5, okay, Jetsamates or Space Station to make top 8. I think Jetsamates should be able to edge that one out as well. Genji versus OG. That's a really exciting match. And all I'm saying is, right, is OG have won the most recent iteration of this match. And I'm gonna give it to them in game 5. That's all I'm saying. As for Twisted Minds Furia, that's another really tough one as well. I'm gonna give it to Twisted Minds. Like I said, I don't think Furia will have that great of an event. Maybe a slight overperformance for OG and Twisted Minds here in these predictions. But I'm predicting them to make top 8. So there we go. BDS Twisted Minds in playoffs for top 4. I think BDS should, eventually just close out that series. I'll give it a 4-1 victory there. G2 Oxygen should be an exciting series, but who wins? Who wins? G2 number 1 seed. G2 number 1 seed for an A. Oxygen. I think Oxygen is just a better team. I will be honest. I think they're just a better team. Vitality OG 4-1. I think Vitality should be able to take that. Falcons Gentamates. That should be a really exciting match, but I'm giving it to Falcons. 4-2 there. BDS Oxygen. I think BDS will win. We'll say game 7 again. And then Vitality Falcons. What a matchup here. What a matchup. But who's gonna win it? Honestly, it's a tough one. Vitality have looked good in EU this split. They won an event. Falcons are just tough, man. Because they haven't played this good competition in quite a while. And they've had a couple close series regionally as well. They've had a couple one-sided series as well in semi-finals, grand finals, but it's tough to look at their results and know what it means exactly. I haven't been watching, I'll be honest about that. Vitality or Falcons. Hey. I'm gonna say Vitality win. Unfortunately, full EU Grand Final. I'll put another Game 7 in there. Why not? And then the Grand Final. BDS win against Vitality. Game 6 to win the London Major. So there you go. Monkey Moon gets another major title. And yeah, those are my predictions. Let me know. Do you think I'm a little bit stupid for putting OG Twisted Minds in top 8? And excluding Furia there? Yeah, let me know your thoughts. Anyways, that's going to be me. And I'll see you later.